Hey everybody, Jared from Guns and Gadgets here. I'm going to do a quick series of videos regarding the application for a firearms license in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Most people just try to get a gun permit, but in Massachusetts we do everything different, so it's called an LTC, or a license to carry firearms. It's kind of an awkward process in Massachusetts because we also have an FID, which is a firearms identification card, which covers pepper spray and rifles for use of hunting and shotguns, and you can be 18 years of age or older for an FID card. But what we'll be talking about today is the LTC, the license to carry, which is a concealed carry permit basically in the state. It's kind of a awkward process if you're not familiar with the system and how the state works. It's going to be like a different language to you. I've recently had a few people at work ask for assistance in the process, and over the last couple of years, I've had a lot of people ask about what step is next after you do step A. So I'm gonna do this quick little video and go over like a flow chart, if you will, of the process, and then I'll do another video with more detail of each individual step, because each step is very detailed, and if you miss one thing, it might cost you the opportunity to get your license, and it's not cheap in this state. This is like I said, it's the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and it's not a gun-friendly state. So you do have to jump through hoops. There's no constitutional carry here. The first step would be to take a basic firearms safety course. Like I said, I'll do a video about the course, but it's a basic course to give you basic knowledge of a firearm. It'll go over nomenclature of a revolver and a semi-automatic pistol, nomenclature of ammunition, what's a primer, what's a casing, what's a bullet, where's the powder go, etc. Basic storage, the storage law over in Massachusetts, handling laws in Massachusetts, how you can secure it in this state it's crazy. If you don't follow it, you can get charged with all kinds of felonies and fines of anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 and loss of your license. So the class goes over the laws of possession and etc. So it's a good course to have, and most of them will actually take you out to do a live fire, which will help you with marksmanship as well, and it goes over the skills related to such. But after you take your basic firearm safety course and you get your certificate of completion, then the next step is to actually print out and fill out the application itself. Again, I'll do a quick video on that, because that's detailed too, and depending on what municipality you're in the state, it changes. Some towns and cities will request more information than the basic application. If you see me looking down, I got my notes just to make sure that I got everything I need for you. After you submit your completed application with a $100 check payable to your local police department, you will be called a couple weeks down the road for an interview, and your interview will be with whoever the chief of police designates as his licensing officer. And in that interview, they'll take your photograph, digital photograph, and depending on the town you're in, if it's a smaller PD with not such a great budget funding-wise for licensing, you might be asked to provide your own photographs. But if it's your first time applying, you will be a new applicant, and you will have to have a full set of ink prints done to make sure you're not a crazy felon. After all that's done, they'll send you home, and all the information and the background checks will commence. From there, your name and date of birth is submitted to the Massachusetts Department of Mental Health, where they'll do a check to see if you were ever institutionalized in a state hospital, and if so, why. And if you were institutionalized, you can still get a license, although there are a lot of additional hoops for you to jump through. Also, the criminal background checks on the state and national levels are completed. A lot of times a lot of the big cities have like digital fingerprint scanners now, so it's done instantly. Once they take your prints, it's already submitted to that, but that's also a step that has to be done. And prints are given like a tracking number. If you haven't ever been printed before, now you're in the system. So you'll always have a tracking number associated to your fingerprints from the state police and the FBI. And from there, your criminal background check and your DMH, the Department of Mental Health, those results are reviewed by the licensing officer for your eligibility for the license to carry. And if you're found suitable, then obviously the positive track will be taken. And if you're not found suitable, you'll get a denial letter. And if you get a denial letter and you still legally meet the minimums to obtain your license, you have an appeal process that you can go through. And again, I'll do a video based on that. So if you're found suitable, your license is, if it's approved, it's submitted electronically to the Massachusetts Department of Criminal Justice Information Services. And what they do is they review the background results that the PD did, that they got from the state police, that they got from the FBI. They review all that stuff to make sure you meet all the minimum standards. And if you made it that far, you should meet it, but they check for any errors. And if you are deemed eligible for your license and everything's kosher, then in this state, they batch print licenses. What that means is they'll maybe print them once a month, and if there's 5,000 applicants across the state, then they'll print those 5,000 licenses that day. It's not, hey, here's Bob Vila's application, we'll print Bob's and print them as they come in. That's just not the way it works here. So once they're printed, then they're sent back to the local PO, or the local licensing officer of the PD, and they'll call you down to pick up your license to carry, and they'll also issue a PIN number. It's a 4-digit number that you get in Massachusetts. It's basically like a tracking number. And the new laws, the new revision to the laws that were passed in August of 2014 require your PIN number now to purchase a firearm. So while we don't have gun registrations in Massachusetts, your PIN number is used anytime you purchase anything related to your firearm. And it's all done on a computer now, so it's basically the tracking everything you do. So that's the process in a nutshell. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in the process, I'm going to do a couple more quick videos on each step to get all the details in there, because there are certain things that have to be done a certain way, and if you screw it up, you lose it. And like I said, it's $100 to apply, plus the cost of your basic firearm safety course, so this could get expensive quickly. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Jared for Guns and Gadgets. I hope this will help you if you're interested in getting your license to carry in Massachusetts. And also it might help other people in other states realize how difficult it actually is in Mass, but it can be done. So thanks for watching, and take care.